Ever pondered upon the meaning behind the words of Exodus chapter 21? Today we delve into its depths. Exodus, a book nestled within the heart of the Bible, carries immense significance. It chronicles the journey of the Israelites from bondage in Egypt to freedom under the leadership of Moses. It's a tale of liberation, of faith, and of God's covenant with his people. But it's more than just a narrative. The book of Exodus is also a compendium of laws and commandments, guidelines that were meant to shape the Israelites into a functioning society under God's rule. As we shift our focus to chapter 21, we step into a world that's both ancient and timeless. This chapter is set in a context where the Israelites, having recently escaped from slavery, are now in need of a structure to govern their interactions and manage disputes. In essence, Exodus 21 is a legal code, a blueprint for social order. Now let's narrate this chapter as a story. Picture this. Moses, standing atop Mount Sinai, receives these laws directly from God. The first 6 verses of chapter 21 lay down laws concerning Hebrew servants. If a Hebrew man becomes a servant, he is to serve for 6 years. But in the 7th year, he is to be set free without any payment. If he came in single, he shall leave single. But if he came in married, his wife shall leave with him. However, if his master gave him a wife, and they had children, the wife and children belong to the master. The servant may choose to stay if he loves his wife and children and doesn't want to leave them. In such a case, his master shall bring him to the doorpost and pierce his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever. These laws might seem strange to us today, but they were essential in establishing a sense of order and justice in a society that was just beginning to form its identity. As we delve deeper, we find more laws that govern various aspects of life. Chapter 21 of Exodus continues to reveal a set of laws that seem to touch every aspect of life. The heart of this chapter is found in verses 12 through 27, where we see the laws concerning personal injuries. This may seem like an odd subject to some, but these laws were revolutionary for their time, and they still hold valuable insights for us today. Let's delve a little deeper. The laws start with a heavy penalty for intentional harm. Whoever strikes a man so that he dies shall be put to death. A stark reminder that actions have consequences, a principle still upheld today. However, if the act wasn't premeditated, then the law provided a place for the perpetrator to flee, showing an understanding of the complexities of human actions and emotions. Moving on, the laws continue to cover a variety of situations. There's a law for when 2 men fight and accidentally injure a bystander, particularly if that bystander is a pregnant woman. The law insists on a fair compensation, a concept we still enforce today with our legal systems and insurance policies. Further into the chapter, we encounter laws addressing situations of physical conflict, such as losing an eye or a tooth in a fight. The prescription is eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. This might sound harsh, but it's about proportionate response. It's about ensuring that the punishment fits the crime. It's not about vengeance, but about fairness and justice. Towards the end, we see laws that protect servants from harsh treatment by their masters. If a servant is severely injured, they are to be set free. This shows a recognition of the intrinsic value and dignity of all people, regardless of their social status. So, what we see in Exodus chapter 21 is not just a list of old, outdated laws, it's a reflection of a society striving for justice and fairness, a society that values life and respects the dignity of all people. It's about accountability, about responsibility, about treating others with respect and fairness. But even in these ancient laws, we find a sense of justice and equity. As we conclude our journey through Exodus chapter 21, we see a final set of laws and their implications. These last verses, 28 to 36, shine a light on the laws regarding property. From the responsibility one holds for their ox that gores another, to the rules about an animal falling into a pit someone else has left uncovered, these laws offer us an insight into the biblical take on liability and compensation. Looking back, we've delved into the laws about servants, personal injuries, and property. Each of these laws, though ancient, holds a mirror up to our own societal structure. They challenge us to consider our own rules and regulations, our own sense of justice and morality. The depth of Exodus chapter 21 is not limited to its time. It transcends the centuries, offering wisdom and prompting reflection. Exodus chapter 21, an ancient text, yet it still speaks to our sense of justice and morality today.